Hey, I don't know if this is working right now, but I'm gonna check. I haven't done a live stream in a while, so we'll see if anyone's watching. It looks like people are saying hi in the comments. I'm scared of the YouTube comments, but I'll check in here. Colleen, where's Colleen? I'm here. Hi, everybody. So I haven't done a live stream in a while on YouTube. I've done a couple on Instagram, so make sure to follow me on there if you're not following me. I should probably check online and see if this is even working, because I feel like sometimes I'll do live streams and I'll be like, blah, 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 I'm talking, and then I look online and you guys are like, it does not work. So I'm just going to check really quick. Tweet me, pretty please, if you're watching this and if it works. But I know it's late at night. This is not a good time to do a live stream, but I just love live streaming and I am totally procrastinating. So I'm reading online. Everyone's going, hi girl, hey everyone. I can see your YouTube comments. Thank you. Keep them coming. And I'm also going to be checking on Twitter. Log in. Oh, good. That did not work. I feel like I never know how to like log into Twitter on my computer. I feel like it never works. But, okay. So I made the title "We Need to Talk" just because we haven't talked in a long time. So don't worry, it's nothing like dramatic. Like we don't need to talk about anything serious. Although we probably will end up talking about something serious because I've been like that lately for some reason. The last week I've been like very mushy and like emotional and like a chatty Kathy with everyone, and I'm like, live every moment like it's your last. Like I've been like really spazzy lately, that kind of stuff. So, okay, so yeah, I know it's late. Everyone's like, you guys, I'm about to go to sleep. Why are you doing this so late? You are so annoying. I know. Okay, so but let's just say like no questions are off limits. Like, I mean, rude questions are off limits, y'all. Because last time I was like, no questions are off limits. Some people were being like shady AF. I just mean like, I'm an open book and I want this to be a place of positivity and kindness. So if you can avoid saying rude things, that'll be great. Okay, so I'm looking, a lot of people, okay, everyone's saying, why are you up so late? It is 11:30 where I am. I just did a show. Your last video is so sweet. Thanks for watching it, Sarah Gates. Do you only sell a certain amount of meet and greet tickets? Yes. So I just announced a big tour. My tour schedule this year is so bananas. Like it's so bananas. But yeah, so we meet 200 people per show. So if you don't get the meet and greet tickets, like if you get the meet and greet tickets, I'm trying to think of a way to make the meet and greet even more special because the tickets are expensive. Like I'm annoyed at how expensive the tickets are. So like the regular tickets to just come to the show are like $35, like $40 or something like that. I do think the show is worth it because I feel like I put in a lot to the show and I work really hard and I'm on stage giving you full energy for an hour and a half. And I feel like the show is funny and entertaining. So I do feel like the show is like worth that. But the meet and greet tickets are like $75 or $80 or something, like so expensive. And so we do a Q&A and you get to hang out and chat with me, and then we do pictures and you get a couple photos and we give hugs and you get a VIP lanyard that says like VIP on it, and like usually get a bracelet and stuff. But I was trying to think of a way to make it even more fun and like even more worth it, and I can't think of anything yet. So if you guys can think of anything, I don't know what would make it more special because we don't have a lot of time. So, and I can't do anything that'll exhaust me too much because I'm about to do a show. But I was thinking like if I could give something else away, or like if at each show, like what if I made it like a pizza party or like a cookie party and we all eat cookies together, or like, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of a way to make it more special and more like personal. Because the meet and greets are my favorite part. So like literally my favorite part of tours is meet and greets and hugging you guys and hanging out with you. So, but yeah, there's 200 per show. So if you don't get them right away, you might miss out. And I do try to come out after the shows and say hi, but sometimes it's not safe. So I can't always do that. So I do like, it makes me sad that I can't meet everyone. Like if you don't get meet and greet tickets, like you aren't insured to meet me or like hang out. Some shows I can meet you before, like today when I got to the theater, I got to say hi to the girls that were outside waiting. And take pictures and hug them and talk with them. But sometimes I can't do that if I'm late to sound check. And then after the shows, if it's not secure and safe for you guys, like if there's not enough security, because for some reason people get like pushy, and like I've had kids get pushed over before. I've had people pull my hair before. So if there's not enough security, then that happens. But also there's sometimes where we're in cities where I get threats, and in those cities I'm not allowed to go out just in case that person is just out there. So those are the rules. But like if it's a safe situation, I always go out and say hi. Like I love going out and saying hi. But also like in cases like tonight, I didn't go out. The security wasn't a safe situation, and also my shoulder was killing me after the show, so I came back here and iced my shoulder. But yeah, so I tweeted someone who's like, hey, we're out here waiting, should we wait? And I tweeted, I was like, don't wait, because I don't want you guys waiting in the cold if I'm not coming out. So I try to let you know. Anyway, why am I talking so much? See what I'm saying? Like I'm so chatty lately. Miss Lisa Lorge said, would you ever want to write a book as Colleen? Yes, I'm really, really wanting to write a book as me. I'm excited to write a book as me. I have so many ideas. And when I was writing this book, my diary, I was like, oh, I just wish I could write this book as Colleen. Like, I really wish I was, because I could tell my stories a little bit better. But we'll see. It depends on how well this book does. So if my diary does well and enough people buy it and like it, and it gets good reviews and stuff, like on Amazon and Barnes and Noble, like if you guys review it and like it, and honestly, I'm not asking you guys to give reviews. If it sucks and you don't like it, then like you sucks, you don't like it. But if you like it and you let people know that you like it, you let the publishers know you like it, and they see that people are buying it, then I can hopefully get another book deal within the next year, and I could write another book, but this time as me. I'm really hopeful, because that would be amazing. But I'm grateful that I got to do my 2 books. Like, what a freaking honor. Like, so exciting. Let's see. Are you going to go on a book tour? My book tour is kind of like combined with my bus tour. So like, that's another thing. Within the bus tour, I'm going to be promoting my book, hopefully doing a couple book signings, promoting the book heavily. And I think we're going to do a special little thing. We're trying to work out what it will be. So I'm not supposed to talk about this yet, but you guys know me. I'm very leaky, like a leaky tampon. I heard, who did I hear say that today that I was like, oh, I'm stealing that. I don't remember. I heard someone on Instagram said that today, and I was like, oh my God, that's so me. Nikita Dragon, that's who it was. She's like, I'm a leaky tampon. And I was like, that is me times a million. So I'm not supposed to tell you guys this, I'm sure, but we're kind of trying to figure out some sort of deal with like, if you get a book, if you get my diary and you bring it to the show, like you get something special, but we don't know what it is yet. We're trying to work it out. We're still working out the details of the bus tour. So I'm not doing like an actual like book tour, but it is like my bus tour is my book tour. So like I'm going to be doing signings and doing stuff with the book, and like, so anyway, yeah, I don't know. Sarah asked, is my diary finished? Yes and no. I finally finished doing the actual physical pages of my diary. So like I turned in all the pages, the 224 pages. I finished them all and I sent them in. And now is like the nitty-gritty work of like aligning it all and like making sure the color is correct and making sure there's no typos, even though there will be typos because Miranda makes typos, but like typos that I didn't intend to happen. The pictures are correct, everything's in place. And then if there's too many pages, we have to cut some pages or switch pages out if something doesn't work. So there's a lot of like the like really tedious stuff now. Angie said, what was one of your favorite childhood memories? I have a lot. I had a really fun childhood. I think this is like kind of a generic answer. It's not a specific memory, but something that means a lot to me is that my family, we didn't have money growing up. Like we just didn't have any money, and I didn't care or didn't know. And that's something I appreciate now as an adult, because I hear friends, like really close friends of mine who didn't have money growing up, and I hear about it. Like they're like, oh, I was so poor. We couldn't afford this. We couldn't afford that because I was so poor. And, you know, I couldn't have, you know, and I was like, I didn't even realize it. Like I was never like, I'm so poor, my parents can't afford me things. Like I never noticed because my parents were just so great at making sure we were appreciative of what we had. And I just didn't know that we didn't have money. And so my dad made things fun, even though we didn't have money. And that has like inspired me as an adult to like find ways to have fun and be creative and be positive, even under unfortunate circumstances. So an example is like, we couldn't afford the zoo, so my dad would take us to the pound. There's animals, you get to play with them, you get to pet them, you get to see them, and it was free. And so we go to the pound, or like he'd take us to the arcade, and didn't have quarters to put in the machine for us to play the games, but he'd be like, you're winning, go. And like he would like make up this imaginary scenario where we're actually playing the game. Or we'd have picnics like in the front yard or the backyard, or we didn't have like camping gear, camping stuff. So we'd camp in the backyard on like lawn chairs. Like my dad would make like a camping site for us. Or, you know, like he was really good at making sure we had fun doing like free things. So I was never concerned about the fact that we didn't have money. And my dad and my mom did a really good job making sure we had a really happy, fun childhood. And they played with us all the time. Like my dad, like my best memories of like the games I played as a kid were like with my dad. Like all of our imaginary games, he'd play with us. He was a pirate, or he was a giant, or he was, you know, the bad guy or the good guy or the king or whatever. Like, and he would direct and let us star in our own like movies that we made, because we didn't watch TV. We didn't really watch movies. So my dad would help us make our own movies and make our own TV shows and stuff. So I have a lot of great memories growing up. My parents are really great. Okay. Roxanne, look how cute you are, Roxanne. Roxanne said, I feel like I'm too old to go to one of your shows. I'll be 25 in April. I'm also a ukulele player, but I actually majored in piano in college. You are not too old to go to my show. One thing I take a lot of pride in with my live shows is that it is for all ages. Like there are jokes that kids will laugh at, and there are jokes that will go over the kids' heads and are inappropriate, like sexual innuendos, like funny intellectual jokes that the parents laugh at. So one thing I like about my show is that there's kind of waves of laughter. You hear kids laugh at things and you hear adults laugh at things. And I try really, really hard to make the show entertaining for everyone, because I know that I have kids at my shows. I know that I have teenagers at my shows. I know I have adults at my shows. My audience is growing in both directions. So like I'm getting fans that are younger and younger, and I'm getting fans that are older and older. And so I take that into consideration. You are not too old to be at my show. I am 31, and I feel like my show's entertaining. I hope. I don't know. Maybe that's cocky of me to say, but I don't think you're too old to go to my shows. I think, you know, I have people who come to my shows who are older than me, and they come to a lot of my shows and they say I like it. You're definitely not too old, and I think we'd have a lot in common because I play ukulele and I was a music major in college too. So I think you should come. I think you'd like it a lot. Okay, let me see. Oh my gosh, Abigail said, did you use the Tarte palette I got you? Actually, yes, in the picture I just posted on Instagram of me like trying to look sexy, but the lighting like made my hair look like it's full of dandruff. And listen, I'm not one to lie about dandruff. Sometimes I get dandruff. I got a dry scalp. Okay, honey. But in that picture, it is not dandruff in my hair. It's the lighting. If you zoom in, you can see it's just like pieces of hair that are like lit badly. But everyone's commenting like, nice dandruff. I'm like, great. I finally have like courage and confidence, like post a picture I like of myself. And of course, it looks like I have dandruff in the picture. So that's, of course, that is like so typical me. But in that picture, I'm wearing that palette. I use that palette on my eyes, and everyone's complimenting my makeup. So thank you very much, Abigail. That was very sweet of you. Do you like The Greatest Showman? Dasha asked that. I haven't seen it yet, but I like the music from it. I think it's beautiful. All right, I'm going back and forth between comments on YouTube and comments on Twitter. So just keep commenting on both. Why wasn't the Spread Happiness sweater available in Toronto? What? Oh, that's so annoying. I didn't know that. I don't really have any control over like the merch at my, I get some say in like the merch at my shows, but I'm not very involved in that. It's kind of like they have the merch that they have and that's what they sell. And so I'm so concerned with all the other stuff going on that I don't really pay attention to that. I should pay a little more attention to that. I will for the bus tour. It'll be new merch. And I'll put some focus into that. But I'm really disappointed in that. That's a bummer because I love the Spread Happiness sweatshirt. I love the Spread Happiness shirts. And I'm sorry. It's sad. Oh my God, so many people are asking about Eric. Favorite episode of Haters Back Off? I like them all. I haven't watched it since the show got canceled, so it's been a while. The show got canceled last year, like in the fall, and I haven't watched it since then because it's too hard. It makes me really sad to watch it because I have such wonderful memories of that show, and I love the show so much. Watching it makes me really sad that it's over and I don't get to do it again. So I haven't watched in a while, but from season 1, I like episode 8, and I like episode 5. Yeah, the Annie episode and the finale of season 1 I really like. Season 2, I love the hospital episode, episode 4. And episode 5, the flashbacks of Patrick and Miranda, of Eric and me, I think are really sweet. I like those a lot. Someone said, what are we talking about? Because I said we need to talk. I just haven't live streamed in a while, and I was just saying, like, you guys can ask me anything you want. Let's talk about anything you want. I just wanted to talk and say, hey. Natalie says, when will we get more vlogs with Eric? I don't know. Whenever, I don't know. I'm trying to vlog more. It's hard to keep up with the editing. But I hang out with him a lot. He's like definitely one of my best friends. He's the best. But he's like, he's like, this is not his world. Like, he's not like an internet guy. And so this whole world is like just new and scary to him. So it's not like really his thing. Like, a lot of times if I'm vlogging or something, he'll be like, oh, like it freaks him out because he's just like, I don't know. So he's really, really sweet. He just like, I don't know. So I don't know. So like I vlog him sometimes and sometimes I don't. So I don't know. Maybe next time I hang out with him, I'll see if he wants to be in a vlog. But he loves you guys. Like, he's always talking about how sweet you are and how wonderful you guys are. And like the few times he's been to shows, he's always just like, oh my gosh, your fans are the sweetest people in the whole world. Like, he really likes you guys a lot. So it's nothing to do with you. It's just, he's like a very private, shy, sweet guy. So like, having like, I'm like, I put everything, my whole life on the internet, and he's like, I'm shy. So like, it's, I don't know. Anyway. What's one of your favorite meals to cook? Angie asks. I love to cook. I love to cook. I don't know if I have a favorite. I really like, I always cook vegetables, always. With every meal I cook vegetables because they're easy and they're delicious. Vegetables can be delicious. To any of you who are like, ew, vegetables, like, if you know how to cook them correctly, I'm telling you, bake your vegetables. Because if you steam them and you steam them too long, they get mushy. That's no bueno. But if you bake them and they get like crisp and like you put some garlic and some salt and pepper, honey, that's some good shit. But my favorite thing to cook, I like making salmon, chicken pot pie. I make a really good chicken pot pie, like the best chicken pot pie. I make a really good turkey meatball, spaghetti meatballs, like a healthy turkey meatball. I don't know. I kind of just like cooking. You could ask me to cook anything and I'd be like excited. I really love cooking. Can you speak in any other languages? That's from Molly. No, I took a little bit of Spanish. I took a little bit of German. So I can't speak either one. I know a few words in Spanish. I live in California, so Spanish is spoken very often where I grew up and in LA. So I sort of know some words, but I definitely don't know Spanish well enough. I want to learn it better. But I used to be fluent in sign language because my brother my whole life was deaf, and he has cochlear implants now, but he's still like kind of hard of hearing. So, but I knew sign language for a really, really long time, and I was fluent, and then I stopped using it. So I can understand it pretty well, and I can sort of sign. I'm really a fast speller of sign language. Oh, JoJo is FaceTiming me. Hold on. Hi, I'm doing a live stream right now.
Oh, hi, live stream.
Say hi.
Is it a YouTube live stream?
Yes, it's on my vlog channel.
Oh, hey, YouTube live stream. Subscribe. Colleen Vlogs, yes.
Subscribe to JoJo Singwa Vlogs. Look, we're
Vote for us
collabing.
for the Kids' Choice Awards.
Yes, vote for us for the Kids' Choice Awards. Vote for JoJo, vote for me. Go vote tonight, right after this live
Do it
stream.
right now. KidsChoiceAwards.com.
Okay, please do. I'll FaceTime you after.
Yeah, call me when you're done.
Okay, love you. Bye.
All right, bye.
She's the sweetest. Okay. Okay, what lipstick are you wearing in your last Instapic? I was wearing a combination of a couple different ones. I was wearing, like, there's Stila. Is that Stila or Stila? I don't know. But anyway, it's like this one color I wear every day, and then I mix it with an old lipstick I found that's like molding encrusted. Brandon said, are you going to bring Gus, Daisy, or Moose on the bus tour? No. That's the only thing I'm sad about bus tour. Like, I love bus tour. It's like my favorite thing. It's so fun. Like, I'm obsessed with performing and touring and meeting you guys. And like, it's just my favorite thing in the world. But I love my babies. Like, they're my babies. And so I'm really sad because you can't have pets on the bus because in case the person after you rents the same bus as you and they're allergic, then like the bus company could get in trouble. So I'm really, really bummed out, but no, I'm not gonna be bringing them. I'm gonna try to figure out a time where I can fly home for a day just to see them, just because I'm gonna miss them so much. Like, they're literally my pride and joy. Like, my two cats, my dog. I mean, it's Corey's dog, but I like to share him. I'm obsessed with them, and they're obsessed with me. Like, I should vlog one day just like what it looks like for me to walk around my house, because it's literally me walking around and them following me everywhere. Like, two cats and a dog following me everywhere I go, walking in front of me, walking around me. If I sit down, they sit down. If I go over to the kitchen to cook something, they sit at my feet and they lay at my feet. Like, we're all just best friends. So I'm really sad about that, but they'll have lots of babysitters and lots of love while I'm gone. I'm saying hi, JoJo. Okay. Are you selling your home like you've mentioned in previous vlogs? It seems like your family's growing, aka your pets, and you and Corey seem very comfortable there. I love my house. It's beautiful. It is my dream home. It's really big, and it's also not in it's not where I want to live forever, I don't think. And I have been like, I don't know. I need to move for like many reasons, but for like safety reasons, I need to move. So I need to move. It's such a pain to move, like to try to find a new house, shop for a house, buy a new house, sell this house, move all my stuff, and also be on tour and make YouTube. It's just like a lot of work. So I do want to move really badly, but it just might be a while. Brianne said, did you fight with your siblings a lot growing up? I didn't ever fight with my brothers. I fought with Rachel a lot, but it was because of me. Like, Rachel was an angel. I just didn't get along with her. I didn't like her growing up. It's very common in sisters. Like, but I was the baby. I was the princess. And then once I was almost 5 years old, and Rachel was born and like stole the spotlight from me, and I was jealous and a brat. And so we didn't get along. Plus, we were polar opposites. Like, Rachel's my best friend in the world now. Like, I love her more than anything. I confide in her. She knows everything about me. Like, we are best friends. I would die without Rachel. But when we were kids, like, I liked dresses and curly hair and sparkles and Barbies and princesses and singing and music. And Rachel liked to be in the dirt, and she liked wearing like army pants, and she liked guns and spy gear and G.I. Joe dolls and like that. So we were just, I mean, we could not have been more opposite if we tried, like literally polar opposite people. So we didn't have anything in common. And that did not help the fact that I was like jealous that she was the baby of the family. So we didn't get along as kids, but now we're best friends. I love her more than anything. Alexandra said, who's going to the Glendale show? And can you bring your pets? To the Glendale show. No, I'm not going to bring them to the Glendale show because I don't live far from Glendale, so they'll just be at home. But the LA show is what she's talking about, but in Glendale. Who's going to the Glendale show? There's a couple YouTubers I've invited, so hopefully they'll come. JoJo's talked about coming. My family will be there, like my whole family. I think I have a bug bite on my shoulder. Yes, I do. And this is not confirmed, so this might change. But I've talked to Angela Kinsey about going to that show and Eric about going to that show. So we'll see if that actually works out, but that would be really cool. So there's going to be a lot of fun people at the Glendale show. And yeah, you should go. The LA show. Ella is Colleen's lamest fan. That is not true, but she said, where can I send you something? I'm from Aussie, so it might be hard. I have a P.O. box you can send stuff to. I don't know what it is. I don't know what the address is, but my mom goes through it and gives it all to me. Let's see. I'll look it up. What's my P.O. box? I'm looking. It's like taking me to Facebook. Hold back. I don't know how to find my own. What's my P.O. box? Does anyone know? Oh, here it is. 62058 Santa Barbara. I still can't see it. It's a YouTube video. I'm lost. How do I find this? What's my freaking P.O. box? Does anybody know this answer? I don't know what it is. Oh, here it is. It's P.O. Box, Miranda Sings, or Colleen Ballinger, or anyone in my family you want to send something to. P.O. Box 62058, Santa Barbara, California, 93160. That is my P.O. box. So if you want to send something, go for it, but don't feel obligated to. Laura said something. Today, one of my friends called me fat, and it hurt so bad. That is not your friend. But I came home and watched your vlog, and it made me happy. I love you. Thank you. I miss you so much. I miss you too, Laura. And that is the rudest thing. And don't listen to them. Like, that's not your friend. Like, who says that? Like, that is not a nice person. Don't listen to them. You're beautiful and perfect. That is so cruel. Like, not that there's anything wrong with being bigger, by the way. Like, why is fat, like, I hate that that's a negative term, too. Like, if you're a bigger girl and you're curvy, like that's hot. Like that's beautiful. Like, why is it like, how is that? Like, I don't know. It just bothers me that that's like an insult. Like big is beautiful. Like, I don't like, I have a tiny body, but I would kill for like some cute curvy hips. Like that would be, I wish I had that. Like, so I don't know. Don't ever be sad about your body. Like you're perfect. This is a good question. Aiden High said, what was your high and a low from today? I love you. High and a low. I think I had a bunch of highs because I had a show today, so that always makes me happy. I think the highs were before the show, when I got to the theater, there was like a few people, there was maybe 10-ish people waiting outside the stage door, and I got to like hang out and say hi and hug you guys, and like I got presents. I got this necklace, which is my name in Morse code, which is super sweet. So I love just seeing you guys and seeing your faces again. Like when you come to my shows multiple times, it's like seeing an old friend. It's like really exciting. So that was really nice, and it made me really happy. And like being on stage, I just feel so at home, and I feel so happy on stage. So that was great. And that was a high. The meet and greet was a high. I met so many of you and got to see so many of you again. And it just always puts me in a great mood. So that was a really great moment for me. And the lows. One low that was a super bummer was there's a Shake Shack down the street from my hotel. And Shake Shack is a burger place, for those of you who don't know. And there's like a rivalry between like California, we love In-N-Out. And on the East Coast, like in New York, they love this place called Shake Shack. And I want to like Shake Shack so bad. I love cheeseburgers. I love fast food. And I've been to Shake Shack so many times. I used to live in New York City. And every time I like pretend like I love it, but I actually think it's really gross. And today I was like, Shake Shack, yes, I'm going to eat this. It's going to be so good. But it was gross. It was soggy. And like the lettuce in it was soggy. And the tomato wasn't ripe. And like the bun was soggy af. It was so gross. It was disgusting. And I want to understand why everyone loves Shake Shack, because I just don't like it. So that was a low because I was really excited about lunch and it just was disgusting. That was a bummer. Another low from today. My bestest friend in the whole world is going through something rough, and I don't like seeing my best friend hurt. And I get like, I'm very empathetic towards the people I care about. And like, if my friends or family or anyone is hurting, like I feel the pain. Like I can't, like I shake, I cry, like I get like, it really upsets me if like people I care about are hurting. And so, that was hard, but like seeing you guys, like, it's just so great. Like I was so happy to like be around you guys today. Yeah. I have some great things going on. So I'm happy in general for the most part, but thank you, Brett. That was a good question. Favorite musical? Oh, you're doing Next to Normal. That's awesome. I like Into the Woods by Stephen Sondheim. Do you have a story of how your niece and nephews gave the nickname Auntie Panties? Yes, I have an aunt named Colleen May. And so when Christopher and Jessica got pregnant, they didn't want to call me Aunt Colleen because there already is an Aunt Colleen on the family. We thought it would be confusing. And so they were like, what else could we call you? And they jokingly said Auntie Panties, like, oh, Auntie Panties. And it was a joke because that's an absurd name. And I was like, that's not going to happen. And then they got pregnant, and then they kept calling me that as a joke. And the baby Bailey was born, and they kept saying that, here's Auntie Panties. And it was a joke. And then Bailey started talking, and she called me Auntie Panties. And I was like, oh, I guess that's my name. And one day, I remember Jessica asking me, like, do you want to be called Auntie Panties or do you rather be called Aunt Colleen? I was like, I don't care. I think Auntie Panties is cute. So that's just what they call me. But the other day, Parker said, like, your name's Colleen. And I was like, I didn't even know he knew my name, but hearing my name out of his little cute mouth was so bizarre. Pow, Juicy C&B said, how do you decide which countries to go to on tour? Usually how it works is my agent just sends me shows. Usually my agent's just like, hey, I booked you this show in this city. Do you want to do it? And I'm like, yeah, sure. So he looks at what cities I haven't done. He looks at the analytics and sees like where the majority of my fan base is. And he tries to cut deals with different theaters and stuff. And then he emails me and says, hey, I got you a show in Toronto and Milwaukee. Do you want to do them? And I'm like, yeah, sounds great. Every once in a while, I'll be like, hey, I really want to go to this location. And he'll see if he can make it happen. And so that happened recently because there wasn't any cities for this year. I wasn't touring at all overseas anywhere. Last year I toured overseas a lot. And so, but this year I was like, I really want to go this one place, but it's overseas. And so he's making that happen. So sometimes that happens, but usually my agent just like sends me stuff. So the reason I haven't been to like Italy or Africa or Asia is because I don't have big fan bases there. So like if I went, I don't know that I'd be able to sell out a show. So it wouldn't really be worth it because it's really expensive to travel, and it's really expensive to travel overseas and get a visa and all that stuff. So yeah, that's why I don't go everywhere. Sam asks, are you having a show in Anaheim around VidCon again this year? No, I'm not, but I'll be at VidCon. Beyonce Pad Thai. How long did it take you to feel satisfied with where your career is taking you? Immediately. I'm the type of person who I like to try to find the positive in everything and be appreciative of everything. I think I get that from my dad and my mom. Like, but like when Miranda first started, the first time I went to New York and I performed for like a small room of people, I was like, I made it. I've made it. This is the best moment of my entire career. And then I went to London a couple months later and I performed on stage in front of like 400 people. And I was like, I made it. This is the highlight of my career. And like, I feel like every step of the way I have felt that way. When I got my first 1,000,000 views, when I like everything that's happened to me, I'm like, this is the highlight of my career. It's all going downhill from here. But before YouTube, I felt that way too. Like when I booked Disneyland and I was working at Disneyland, that's how I felt. I was like, oh, this is the highlight of my career. I work at Disneyland. Or like when I worked at Macaroni Grill singing for tables, I was like, I'm singing for a living. I'm getting $10 an hour. I am so rich. Like, so I've kind of always been the type where I'm like, try to see the positive in every situation. And you know who's really good at that is my sister-in-law, Jessica. Like every situation she's in, she's like, this is so amazing. Like, and I love it about her. She's a great friend to have because no matter what happens in my life, she's always like, that's so amazing. I'm so proud of you. And yeah, so I've kind of always felt like that. Like, I feel like I could have done anything with my life and been like, yay, I love this, because I'm not the type of person who does things that I don't like to do. So I can't imagine having a job that I would hate because I just wouldn't let myself. I would, no matter what I do, I'm going to do something I love. So when YouTube goes away for me, or, you know, this career ends for me for whatever reason, I would open up a theater school for kids and teach theater because like that's another passion of mine. Or I would go to culinary school and learn to cook better and like try to do something with cooking, so I love that. Or I'd go to cosmetology school and learn how to do hair because I'm really fascinated with hair and makeup and I'd want to learn. So like I would never just have an office job. So I think no matter what job I have, I would be like, this is so fun. This is so great. And I think everybody should do that, by the way. Like if you're watching this, don't allow your life to be something you're miserable doing. You have one life. Like this is it. So make sure you enjoy it and have a great time. And I'm certainly not saying my life has been easy. It's been the hardest thing. Like I've gone through the hardest stuff ever, but I've never really, that I can remember, I've never really had a job where I was like so miserable. Like I've always been like, what can I do that I enjoy? And I nannied for a while and I loved that because I made it fun. So like nannying can be kind of miserable. Like kids can be brats and you know, it can be exhausting, but I would make videos with the kids and like do crafts with the kids and learn fun recipes and do games with them and sing songs and like made it fun. So I don't know. I think you can make anything fun and exciting. Yeah. Ava said, favorite dessert besides cookies? Anything chocolate. I just like chocolate. Katie said, how do you stay motivated when all you want to do is stay in bed all day? I have so much university work to do and I just don't even know where to start. Ooh, I've been there. There's lots of days where I just want to stay in bed all day and I don't want to do anything. I'm also a big procrastinator, so I wait to the last minute to do any work ever. But how I stay motivated, I usually give myself like a time. I think this is common, but I'll be like, okay, I need to, like if I need to edit something I don't want to edit, or if I like have to do a meeting or respond to emails or do something like I don't really like want to do, I'll do something that I enjoy for a minute. So I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna watch this YouTube video, or I'm gonna watch this episode of The Bachelor or whatever, something mindless that's not work. I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna do this. It's 12:07 right now. At 12:30, I'm gonna start work. And I'll set like a time for myself. And then I'll be like, all right, I got to do something I liked. Now, you know, that was my little treat. And now I'm gonna go work. Or I'll do the opposite where I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna do all this work. When I'm done with my work, I get to watch an episode of this, or I get to like, you know, do whatever. So that's kind of helps me get motivated, like setting times for myself, like, okay, in 20 minutes, I'm going to do this or whatever. Yeah. If you set like times and force yourself to do it, that's helpful for me. But, or like also another thing that helps me get motivated is like change your atmosphere. So for me, I work from home. So sometimes I work in my bed, editing and stuff, but then I'll be like, okay, I'm going to get a nice cup of coffee. and I'm gonna like make myself a cup of coffee or hot chocolate or a Coke and get a really delicious snack, make myself a little snack, and then I'll go find a little corner on the couch that I'm gonna set up, and that's my spot. And like if you change your settings, sometimes I'll go outside and work outside, like on a blanket. Changing your settings kind of makes your creative juices flow a little bit differently, and that can help too if you change your setting. Get excited about where you're working. Alex said, who's coming to Boston with you and Miss Gwen? So I'm going to Boston and Connecticut and New York in April in like a month. Oh my gosh, that's so soon. Less than a month. Oh my God. I'm going like right now. That's crazy. Okay. I'm going with my mom, my cousin Stephanie, Corey. Eric's going to try to go. And I'm going to see if I can get my sister to go maybe. I really want the kids and Jessica and Christopher to go, but I don't think that's going to happen because that's a lot of people. I'm going to see if Frankie can go. But like the only confirmed ones right now are me, Corey, my mom, and Stephanie. And I'm Erickson maybe. So. Let's see. I have dreams I want to pursue, but people in my life tell me I'm not capable, and I'm starting to believe them. How can I break free from that? It's from Lacey. You have, let me read. I want to make sure I have a good answer. So I have dreams I want to pursue, but people in life tell me I'm not capable. Who are these people and why are they in your life? Like, that is not a supportive person. They should not be in your life. But anyway, we've all been there. We certainly have all had people in our lives that should not have been there and who tried to bring us down. Like everyone has experienced that. I've certainly experienced it. I'm telling you, you're not capable. Oh, don't listen to them. I start to believe them. Don't listen to that. Like if you have dreams that you want to pursue them. Someone said this to me on Twitter. This is why I love Twitter. I love the Twitter family. But like someone said to me on Twitter yesterday or something like, people tend to bring you down more when they see you happy and succeeding. And I think we live in a world full of jealousy and hatred, which is really sad. But I have noticed like the more success I've had and the happier I become, the more people try to bring me down. And I think the best thing to do in situations like that is have empathy for those people, because to be in a place where you want to make other people hurt and you want to make people feel sad and bad about themselves, like you have to be really sad to be in that position, because I can't imagine that. I can't imagine saying terrible things about someone else and wishing them a terrible life. Like I can't imagine that. You must be in a really like dark place in your mind to want something bad to happen to someone else. So those people who are saying bad, negative things must be going through a lot. So you can have empathy for them and be like, oh no, they must be going through something hard, and then prove them wrong. Like, I mean, Beyonce said this, but I interpreted it. I love that I'm quoting Beyonce right now. But Beyonce said, the best revenge is your paper. She said it in a song. And I love that quote, not because money is important. It's not. Who cares about money? But just, she means success. That's how I took it. Like the best revenge is success. Like the best revenge is not like hurting people back, but it's being like, okay, that's unfortunate that you're cruel enough to say and think mean things, but like, I'm going to prove you wrong and I'm going to find success regardless if you think I can do it or not. Don't believe them. And if you have a dream, then you want to do something, do it. And listen, not all dreams come true. There's been plenty of things in my life, dreams that I wanted to accomplish that I failed at, but I tried. And so I'm proud of myself for trying. And now I don't look back on my life and regret like, oh, I wish I had tried to do that. Like I did try to do it and it didn't work, and that's okay. And I'm proud of myself for trying to do things. And so you just don't know what's going to happen until you try. So if there's dreams you want to achieve and there's things you want to do, go for it. Do it. What is stopping you? And if what's stopping you is people saying you're not capable, F them. Like, don't let them stop you. Like, just because they aren't pursuing their dreams and they're not doing what they want to do, like, say, feel bad for them that they're going through something miserable, but then live your life and do you. And don't use them as an excuse. Like, don't use them as an excuse to not do what you want to do. Have you ever bought stocks? Yes, I have, and it has been profitable. I'm just kidding. My nose is so itchy. I'll go to YouTube now. I'll look at YouTube comments. Who knows how long that'll last, though. Clary Garay said, are you going to do any more confronting people from your past videos? I loved doing those. I don't know who else I would confront. I feel like I confronted, as far as exes go, I don't have a lot of exes. The exes I confronted are the ones that I know would be willing to talk to me and you know, would be cool with doing something like that. But as far as other people from my past, I don't know who else I would talk to. I mean, I could talk to people that like I still talk to in my life, like my parents or my siblings, and I could confront them about things I've never talked to them about before. But I don't know if you guys have suggestions. But as far as exes, I have talked to the exes that I could talk to. Anyone else, like, I don't think would be down for that. So, yeah. Boo said, do you want to post more often? I post so many videos. I post 2 videos a week on the Colleen Ballinger channel. I post 2 videos a week on the Miranda Sings channel. I try to post as often as I can on this channel. So no. I mean, I wish I could post vlogs every single day, but I just don't have time to edit them all. Marion, Brianna said, are you still going to therapy? Yes. I haven't been in a while. I haven't been in a few weeks because I've been too busy. But yeah, I love therapy so much. I think therapy is amazing. I talked a little bit on here before about like stuff that I've learned. I just think if you find a good therapist, finding a good therapist is hard, but once you find a good one, I think it's really important to go and just work on your mind and make sure you're being the best you can be. And I think that's what I've learned a lot in therapy is like, stop focusing on like trying to like, you know, blame other people for issues. Even if someone else is in the wrong, you can always find something that you've done that like you could have handled better. Is to focus on you and how you can be a better person and you can respond to situations better and learn from every situation in a positive way. Like I've learned a lot of great things in therapy. Hold on, I want to answer this one, but I can't see the whole comment. Help, I really like this boy. I don't know if can't read this. It's like, I can't see the whole thing. I don't know if he liked something, known him since elementary school, and she have recently something again and hanging out, and I can't tell if he likes me. Why can't I see this whole comment? It's like blocked for some reason. Oh, and now it's missing. Oh no. Oh no, it's gone. I don't know what the question was. I couldn't figure it out. Oh no, I'm sorry, I can't help you. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I feel bad. I wanted to help you. Okay. Let's see. Alicia, what if you can't afford therapy? Good question. Therapy is expensive. If you can't afford therapy, then you can't go to therapy. But I think you still have access to great books, blogs online. Blogs, I just said blogs. I'm so mom. You can still YouTube. You can look up videos on like whatever you're struggling with. So yeah, some people can't afford therapy. Therapy is expensive. But that doesn't mean you can't work on yourself. Like there's lots of ways to work on yourself and make sure you're being the best you can be. So yeah, I'd say there's still ways to self-improve even if you're not going to therapy. Like I've been to therapy in a few weeks and I still am like actively trying to be a better me. Kind of Jess said, who's coming with you to the Vegas show? The Vegas show is in like 2 weeks. Oh my God, I'm so excited about the Vegas show. I'm going with Corey and Rachel and Harvey Guillen, I love him, and Eric, and there's a couple of people I've invited that are YouTubers that are coming, but I think I'm going to keep it a surprise. It's a big group. It'll be really fun. Um, This is a good question. What are the best qualities of your best friends? Okay. Rachel's my sister. Rachel's best qualities are, I feel like Rachel's very selfless and she loves to serve. Like Rachel loves to try to do anything she can to make people feel good and better. And she's very helpful. She's very active. She's actively helpful in every situation, but she's very, very selfless. And I love that about her. And she's very funny. Rachel's extremely funny. Corey is another one of my best friends. He's loyal. He's very, very loyal, and he's hilarious. And what else about Corey? He's hilarious and he's loyal. He's sweet. I'd say his loyalty is like one of his best qualities. Like he's a very loyal best friend, and he would stick by me through anything, and he has stuck by me through everything. And he's a hard worker, and I love that. I really admire people who are hard workers, and I love that about him. Like in everything that he does, he's passionate and he's talented and he works really hard, and I really admire that in people. My other best friend's Jessica. My sister-in-law is one of my best friends. She's a sweetheart. She's one of the funniest people I've ever known. Like she's so funny, and she's very supportive. And I love that about her. She's extremely supportive, and she's like passionately proud of all of her friends and her family. I have a lot of close friends, so it's like hard to think of like everyone, but Eric is one of my best friends. He is so sweet and again, selfless. He's extremely talented, and he's very giving. Like he will randomly like come over and bring presents for me and Corey, or for Rachel, or for he'll just like come over and like I feel like every time I see him, he has like a present. Like he's just very giving and thoughtful. Like he's very thoughtful and sweet, and really funny. I guess all my friends I think are funny. John is one of my best friends. I'm just talking about my friends now, but this is fun for me. John is, by the way, I feel like the only thing I said about Eric is that he gives presents, which is not like my favorite quality about him. It's just something really sweet that he does. And I was just trying to say like he's selfless and he's always giving and thoughtful, but he's like, Eric's just like the sweetest guy I've ever known. Like he's the sweetest, and like he's, but yeah, thoughtful. I feel like his thoughtfulness and his selflessness, I don't know. I just realized like, I'm like, oh, one of his greatest qualities is give me presents. Like that sounds so lame. I didn't mean it not like that. He's just very sweet and thoughtful and kind, and he's great. Anyway, John is hilarious. Like I always laugh till I cry with John. Like he's one of the funniest people I've ever known. And he's a good listener. And he's great. Like if you ever have to have a conversation with someone, like he will just hug you and be like, oh, sweetheart, I love you so much. Like he's very, very great. Heather's the same way as John, like very sweet and funny and talented. I feel like, I mean, I could just keep going about all my different friends and how great they are, but I think the things that I admire the most in my friends is how supportive they are, how thoughtful they are, how selfless they are, and how loyal they are. They're all just like my rocks. Like Teeny, I've known her forever. Same thing. She's just supportive, hilarious, like amazing woman that is strong. And I don't know. I could talk about my friends forever. I love my friends. But what I look for in a friend is someone who's loyal and kind and selfless. And also, I really admire in my friends people who kind of put me in my place. Like if I'm ever a brat, or if I'm ever like, ever do anything that's like, you know, not the best version of myself, they call me out on it, which I think is important in a friend. You don't want to be friends with someone who just like tells you you're perfect all the time, or is like just nice all the time. Like you want friends who are like, hey, you shouldn't have done that, or you shouldn't have said that, or, you know, no, Colleen, I don't think you should do that. You should maybe react this way. Like I really like having friends who keep me accountable. This is the chattiest. Okay, I need to be done. by 12:30 I'm done because I have work to do. It's 12:23 where I am right now. At Colleen Delta, Kieran said, when you are at your shows and you pick Miranda's bays, I'm not calling you out, but seeing I'm trans, sometimes I get offended when it's genderized and you pick the boys. Just saying, I love you so much, but still just letting you know. I'm never trying to offend anyone. I am so supportive of anyone who's trans, bi, gay, all of everything in that genre, like so supportive of. I'm not trying to offend anyone. I do pick boys because Miranda, the character of Miranda, is interested in boys. It doesn't mean she's not interested in trans boys. It just means that, like, I can't see anything when I'm there. I'm just kind of looking, and I just pick 3 random boys. There's so many guys raising their hands. I might have picked a trans guy at one point and not even know, and I don't know. So I'm never trying to, like, purposefully not pick someone just because they're trans. I would do that, like, it's just it's not an intentional thing. I'm not trying to offend people. I'm not trying to discriminate against trans people. I would never do that. I'm extremely supportive of the trans community, and so I'm sorry if I offended you. That was never been my intention. I'm not purposefully, like, discriminating against anything. I'm just picking 3 boys because that's the character of Miranda. That's what I'm going for. So if I see a boy and he happens to be trans, like, that's awesome. Like, I have nothing against that at all. I think that's amazing, but I just haven't picked anyone out that I know of who is trans yet. Emily said, since you're always changing your shows a little before a new tour, what are some changes you're thinking about making for your bus tour? My hope is to change a lot. Like, I want to change a lot. I'm going to do, like, the classics. So, like, if there's stuff that, like, I know people like in the show, I'll keep it in. So, like, I'm planning on doing Defying Gravity. I'm planning on doing, like, the Sword Through Neck. Might change the song that I do, but Sword Through Neck. I'm planning on doing, like, Where My Bay's At, like, stuff that people know from the internet. But then on top of that, I want to add a bunch of new stuff. So it's like I'm kind of doing a mishmash of, like, some of the classic stuff that you guys have seen, known for a while, but I also want to put in some new jokes and some new songs and new bits, and try to make it enjoyable for everyone of all ages as much as I can. Because I don't want to make a kid show, and I don't want to make, like, an adult raunchy show. I want something that, like, everyone can enjoy. Let's see. Where do you see yourself, Shara asks, where do you see yourself career-wise in 20 years? I don't know. I hope I'll be writing shows still and producing shows and movies, hopefully. But if not, I hope I have a school that I'm teaching theater at. That's always been my dream for as long as I can remember, to open up a school for kids, underprivileged and kids who can't afford it, and just kids who need a place to escape. Like, because for me, it was so great to have theater to go escape to whenever I felt sad or down or scared or anything like that. So I want to provide that for kids, and I've wanted to do that since I was 16. That's been, like, my dream. So hopefully I'll have that school, but I also hope I'll be a mom, which is a really busy job. Since I bring happiness is very happy back, no. That song is so old, but I did start to try to write a new song with Parker when Parker was 3, and now he's 4, he's almost 5. But I was like, hey, tell me, because how I wrote Happiness is Very Happy, which for those of you who've watched me forever, you know, that's a song that Bailey, my niece, wrote when she was 3, and we sang it. And it's this stupid song that's really fun and cute, but I'm not going to do that in my shows. But I wanted to do it again because I loved doing that with Bailey. So when Parker was 3, I sat him down and I said, okay, tell me about love. Because that's how I wrote it with Bailey. I was like, what do you think about love? And what do you think about happiness? And what do you think about this? And she just talked, and I used her words in the lyrics. So I did that with Parker when he was 3, and he wrote these hilarious lyrics. And about, like I said, what do you tell me about hearts? And he goes, a heart. give them a heart, draw them a heart with a pen, but keep it in a hiding spot. Like he was like being so funny, and then he was like talking about a toy computer, kept talking about a hiding spot and love, and he was just being so cute with his lyrics. I was like, oh, this is such a cute song, and then I never wrote it. And then a few months ago, I was telling Eric about it, and I was like, oh, he wrote these lyrics, they're so cute, and Eric's really musical, and so we sat down in the grass and started just trying to make a song out of Parker's lyrics. And we started it, but we never finished it. And so I really want to finish that song at some point. But Happiness is Very Happy is like funny, and it's like a pop song, and it's like funny. And that's what my intentions were with Parker's song. But his lyrics were so cute that it kind of just turned into a cute little song. So it was like a heart. I don't remember all the lyrics perfectly because they keep changing, like we keep switching them around. But it's like a heart, give them a heart, make them a heart with a pen, or draw them a heart with a pen, but keep it in a hiding spot. Hugs, people want hugs, people need hugs. Something to hold on to, but do it in a hiding spot. Love, give them your love, people want love. Send them your love from your toy computer. I don't remember it. Time goes by very slow or very fast, but as long as you know they know, oh, to keep it in a hiding spot. And that's the only stuff we've written so far. And we want to write more, but I don't know that we have much more lyrics from Parker. I need to look again. But anyway, I don't know why I just told you that whole story. Why am I still talking? I'm going to answer one more question and then I'm out of here. So I'm trying to find a good one. Favorite Dua Lipa song? I like IDGAF. I don't give a fuck. I think that song is so good. Say I'm sorry, but it's too late now. So save it, get gone, shut up. Cause if you think I care about you now, boy, I don't give a fuck. See you trying to get to me. I love that song so much. And also the one that's, what's it called? It goes, if you don't like the way I walk, then why am I on your mind? If you don't like the way I talk, to finish your glass of wine. We fight and we argue, you still love me blind. If we don't F this whole thing up, guaranteed I can blow your mind. I think Dua Lipa's just a genius. I think her music's amazing. Anyway, that's all I'm going to do. Thanks for hanging out with me. I haven't done a live stream in a while, and I really, really wanted to. It's been great chatting with you guys. You guys gave great questions this time around. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to try to get some more vlogs up. Oh, I just realized I wanted to eat this ice cream while I was doing the live stream. I forgot about it. And I was just been sitting out. It's very melted. It is malted chocolate chunk. It is like extremely melted. I was like, oh, I'm going to eat my ice cream and do my live stream. It's literally like, ooh, it's delicious though. I can't believe I forgot about this. It was just sitting on my bed. Oh my God, that is so good. I have to answer one more question because I need to eat this. Okay. That's a big ass spoon. And I'm so sad about this ice cream. Everyone's already gone. Everyone's making fun of my spoon. Is this a mukbang? I know. I want a good one. I'm trying to find a good question to like chat about for a minute. Alexandra said, why can't you record the meet and greet? You can. Huh? You guys can film the meet and greet. Everyone does all the time. What are you talking about? It's like warm. It's kind of gross, actually. You guys asked me something I could talk about for a while. Y'all are just like asking me what I'm doing at VidCon, which is like not that entertaining. How did you come up, Miranda? Like, really? I think everyone's just asleep. Okay. Literally, no one's asking me anything. We're just saying, ew, my ice cream looks like poop. Shar said, talk about sex. I don't have very much experience, so I can't really talk about that. Why is no one asking me any questions? What's the most scandalous thing you've done in the last year? Let me think about that. Honestly, last night, I took pictures of myself in my sports bra. And that's probably the most scandalous thing I've done. I'm not very scandalous. I'm pretty boring. Like literally the most boring person. I don't really do scandalous things. I'm not very scandalous. But yesterday, I took pictures in this bra and posted them to the internet, and people were all making fun of me. So that was probably pretty scandalous. I don't know. Is that scandalous? I'm literally trying to think of anything scandalous I've done. I don't do scandalous things. I don't know. This is disgusting. It's too melted. Evelyn said, how did you deal with bullies in school drama in middle and high school? Well, I have bad news for you, sis. Bullying doesn't end after high school. Actually, in most cases, it gets worse. So what gets better is like you can learn how to deal with it better. For me, I was homeschooled during middle school, so I wasn't bullied. But then in high school, I was literally put into a trash can. A guy picked me up. Maybe that's who I can confront. I wonder if I can get a hold of that guy. He's such a jerk. He picked me up, shoved me into a trash can a couple of times. I was pushed into the boys' bathroom, then the door locked and they turned off the lights. I was made fun of for my body every single day. I didn't have boobs in high school, so it was called like, boys called me mosquito bites because my boobs were small. Make fun of how flat my chest was, how frizzy my hair was. I got made fun of kind of for everything, which is, I think, kind of normal in high school. Like, people are just kind of mean, which sucks. But I'm telling you that, like, as an adult woman, the bullying now is like so much worse and so mean. Like, I feel like when you're younger, people like, they call me mosquito bites. Like, someone could make fun of me now and say like mosquito bites or whatever. Like, someone tweeted me today that like their mom said I had bad skin, and I was like, okay, like, you know, that kind of stuff, it kind of rolls off your back a little bit easier when you get older. So that's one thing you can look forward to, is like, as you get older, you learn how to deal with it. But the bullying doesn't stop. Like, it's gotten worse. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, people are so cruel. Like, people are so mean. But I was saying this a little bit earlier in this live chat, but I think the most important thing to remember is that you cannot change other people. Nothing you say is going to make these people not be bullies. Like, they're mean. And try to have empathy for them. Know, like, oh, they must be so miserable in their own life. They must be so sad. They must be so bored. They must be going through something so hard that's making them say these cruel and evil things. Like, they must be going through something terrible. So you can try to have empathy for those people and just do not listen to them. I mean, try your hardest to find people that are supportive and loving and kind around you to help you through those hard times, because it's hard not to listen to them when people say mean things. But I think that's the best thing to do, is try to like put yourself in their shoes and be like, what? Because personally, I cannot imagine saying, like, some of the stuff that people have said about me and like the lies and cruel, evil things people have accused me of. Like, I hear that stuff and I go, I cannot imagine any world in which I could say cruel things like that about anybody else. So I'm like, I would have to be in a really horrible mental state to be able to be that mean. And that kind of helps me, like, have empathy for the people who are being mean. And I think that's the most important thing, is to always love and always be kind. It is always the right option. It is always the best choice, no matter what people are saying about you or what people are doing. Fighting fire with fire and being mean to a mean person is not going to help anything. It's only going to make matters worse. This world has so much crap in it already. So when people are bullying and being awful to you, feel the pain. I'm not saying like it's just be happy. Like, that's impossible. Like, feel the pain, be hurt by it, but then try to have sympathy and empathy for the people who are being cruel, because they're probably going through something really hard. Anyway, I'm done. And I love you guys. And I'm going to do some editing and go to bed. So talk to you later. Bye-bye.